I've been feeling good. I've been sharp. I've been focused. Training camp going well. So now we just wait on the day. I'm ready, and I'm definitely coming to shock the world. And I thought it was cool. So it kind of made me want to get in a ring with him and see if he could do them things against my style.
Hard work, easy work. I'm a bad mother. I'm the best nigga in boxing, gang.
I look at Shakur's footwork, I look at Teo's footwork, and what I noticed about Teo's footwork in particular is that in order to be able to throw with the amount of power that he has, you know, I've noticed with Teo, there's always a subtle pause before he actually explodes.
Heading into the fight, Shakur Stevenson isn't just talking about revenge. He's talking about fixing the exact mistakes Teofimo Lopez keeps making. Shakur Stevenson says he already knows the blueprint to beat Teofimo Lopez. According to Shakur, Teofimo's style is built on basic mistakes. Mistakes he plans to expose on fight night. Laughing as he revisited Teofimo's last fight, especially the bout with George Kambosos, Shakur pointed to how bruised up Teofimo looked and said what he saw wasn't danger, but flaws. Flaws he plans to fix in front of the world by teaching Teofimo a hard lesson inside the ring.
What is it about him that you are going to exploit?
I think he the truth. He do a lot of things well. I think he flashy. I think it's just some basic stuff. Where I feel like he make mistakes, and I think I'm gonna capitalize off those mistakes.
Recalling the mistakes Teofimo Lopez made against George Kambosos, Shakur Stevenson points out that Teofimo struggled throughout the fight to find his rhythm and control the pace. According to Shakur, those flashy combinations didn't mean much when Teofimo was getting caught clean and hurt, and that's exactly what excites Shakur about stepping into the ring with him, the chance to see if Teofimo makes those same mistakes again, because if he does, Shakur says he'll expose them the only way that matters, by breaking him down round by round.
Yeah, I'm competitive, bro, so it's like I want to be the best. So when I see certain guys out there, and I seen Teo his last fight, I was there front row, and I'm like, damn, this dude is like he like a baby Roy, like he like doing things with his hands down, flashy, and I thought it was cool. So it kind of made me want to get in a ring with him and see if he could do them things against my style.
At the same time, Shakur Stevenson recalled his last fight with William Zepeda, noting that Zepeda was a tough opponent who pushed him multiple times and made him work hard every round. Shakur says if he can handle a fighter like Zepeda and come out on top, then facing Teofimo Lopez is almost fun by comparison. He's ready to play chess with Teofimo, pointing out that Teofimo isn't a pressure fighter like Zepeda, which, in Shakur's eyes, makes it even easier to break him down and control the fight.
Honestly, I think like styles-wise, I think that Zepeda's style is the style that's supposed to give me the most trouble. Like guys that box and give me time to think is the guys that's gonna have a fit with me all night. But the guys who press me and put me against some ropes and throw a million punches, that's the style that's supposed to give me trouble. So I went out there and I prevailed against that style, and now I'm fighting against a boxer, which for me, it just makes it more fun. I don't have to deal with a guy that's trying to like wear me down so much.
Right.
So now I gotta play chess. I gotta do what I do best, play chess. So I can't wait.
And with that, the stakes are higher than ever. Tim Bradley has raised serious concern for Teofimo Lopez, noting that Shakur Stevenson has been guided and trained under the mentorship of Terence Crawford. Just like Crawford, who came prepared and aware against Canelo, Shakur knows exactly what he's facing. Bradley believes Shakur is the most competitive fighter of his generation, someone who has always shown toughness and greatness. There's no doubt in his mind that Shakur is fully ready to handle the explosiveness of Teofimo Lopez and impose his game plan inside the ring.
One of the things that I heard with Crawford said that he knew he was gonna win before the fight was even announced. And, you know, I see people still trying to doubt Shakur's toughness. I'm not doubting Shakur's toughness at all. Hell no. Shakur has shown us that he is tough as they come. He's a hell of a competitor, you know. And so Shakur's kind of seen this fight and played this fight over in his head. And Shakur remember moments of the sparring where he's like saying to himself, I can get him here, I can get him there. And that's why Shakur's saying like, dude, I know how to beat you. I know how to beat you. You know,
Tim Bradley breaks down both fighters, focusing on footwork. He notes that strong footwork creates openings for powerful combinations, and he sees flaws in Teofimo Lopez's movement. In his fights, Teofimo often hesitates slightly before launching his offense, giving Shakur Stevenson a clear advantage. Bradley says Shakur is a master at maintaining distance and controlling positioning, consistently blocking his opponent's angles. This ability has often been described as Shakur nullifying his opponent's offense. And against Teofimo, Bradley believes it could be the difference maker.
And Teo's a guy that likes to explode into contact, like to explode into his opponents, man, to land his offense. Fast, twitchy type muscles, fibers. He's extremely fast. Some may say that his twitchiness kind of reminds him of like Roy Jones' type of movements, how quick he's able to close that distance on his opposition. However, he's in there with a guy that is a master at controlling distance. That's he's a master at literally getting in his position, right, in a position where he wants to be and taking away your positioning.
Analyzing Teofimo Lopez's style, Tim Bradley says he studied the fighter closely and found several mistakes. One is Teofimo's slow, subtle pause before exploding with offense. Another is his tendency to drop low in the ring when throwing jabs to the body. While this is often Teofimo's go-to tactic, Bradley points out it won't work against Shakur Stevenson. Known as a master of defense, Shakur can step back, evade, and let Teofimo overcommit, leaving him vulnerable multiple times in the fight.
He has great eyes. Understands boxing very well in movements. And Shakur is going to step out of range and make Teo fall short a lot of the times. Teo likes to, and I noticed, and I've been watching a lot of him, man. That's all I've been doing is just watching Teo and Shakur. I've noticed that he likes to jab to the body. One of the things is like, in order to find your timing, you gotta be able to land your jab, and if you can't land it up top, the biggest surface to hit is the body. And I noticed that Teo likes to start low. He'll flick jabs up top, but he likes to start low. And he will do it against orthodox fighters, and he will do it against southpaw fighters as well. I've seen him do it both.
With that being said, Tim Bradley thinks Shakur Stevenson is going to give Teofimo Lopez a lot of trouble. He notes that the subtle timing in Teofimo's punches and his tendency to keep his feet low could be dangerous, but against Shakur, it becomes a liability. Known as a masterclass fighter with a high ring IQ, Shakur frustrates and tires his opponents while controlling the pace. Bradley highlights that while Teofimo is explosive, doing so against a smart, disciplined fighter like Shakur will be a major challenge.
That he needs to break these guys down to the body. Not only that, but also be able to land his shots, to be able to catch his rhythm and catch his timing. All right. So with that being said, you got Shakur, who's not going to allow him to do that. Shakur, again, he's going to take the floor, so to speak, from underneath him. He's going to pull the rug on him every single time. Shakur, I believe early on, will do a lot of movement. He will, because Teo, again, that subtlety in setting down his feet before he explodes with that power, like, I can see it. I can visibly see it. And a guy like Shakur, with his IQ, because that's what makes Shakur who he is.
Brimming with confidence, Shakur warns Teofimo, "You better be ready." He asserts that in this camp, he's been working harder than ever before and insists that Teofimo will have to push himself like never before to keep up. Shakur also points out that the storm he's bringing into the ring is something Teofimo already knows about, and he promises to unleash it fully on fight night.
Ain't boy ready? 3 more weeks, we locked in. Rounds in the bank. Khalil, what up, gang? Y'all already know. I promise you already. Teo better be working. Cause I promise you I put in so much work this camp. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm just checking in with y'all real quick, letting y'all know. Bet the bag. Boy is up. Catch y'all later.
Through his intense training camp, Shakur Stevenson has already shown what his energy and focus look like this time. With just weeks to go, he fired a strong warning at Teofimo Lopez, reminding him that he plans to exploit every mistake and expose all the weak spots in Teofimo's game. Shakur asserts that he's the best boxer in the sport right now, and he's fully ready to prove it on fight night.
Hard work, easy work. I'm a bad mother. I'm the best nigga in boxing, gang. You don't even know.
Shakur Stevenson has revealed the problems in Teofimo Lopez's game, and Tim Bradley has also highlighted flaws in Teofimo's style. Alongside that, Shakur has hinted at his own plan. Without going into full detail, he asserted that everyone knows Teofimo struggles against fighters with great movement, and he intends to expose that on fight night. Talking about his approach, Shakur says he will be versatile, not just standing in front of Teofimo, not just moving, but doing both, and using every tool at his disposal to win this bout.
I don't want to give out too much.
Okay.
But I mean, we all know he had problems with people that move around the ring. He wants to stand in front of them, and he could pick them apart when you stand right there in front of him. But I plan on doing, I mean, I'm not going to say the game plan, but I plan on doing a little bit of both. I plan on doing moving around. I don't plan on just standing in front. I plan on doing everything that it takes to win.
While Shakur Stevenson is brimming with confidence about how he's going to expose Teofimo Lopez, and legends like Tim Bradley weigh in, there's been a mix of opinions. Floyd Schofield, however, sent out a chilling warning to Shakur, highlighting a critical point everyone should consider. In his view, Shakur's career is at a crossroads, pointing to multiple hand injuries that have sidelined him. Schofield questions how a fighter with those setbacks thinks he has a real chance to win, calling the bout more of a money fight and doubting Shakur's victory.
We make our money with these. Now, I understand fracturing and all this, but multiple breaks. Your time is ticking. How many fights, how many sparring you could do to stay at A level if your hands is, y'all know what I'm saying. Come on now, you're making money this way.
Yeah, I was gonna say like sprains and stuff like that, but like breaks. That's
right. How many times you could break your hand and think you're gonna have another 10 years?
That's
That's
impossible.
impossible.
Well, he got lucky though, probably.
And then after a while, when he couldn't throw with that power like he needed to, what happened to his ass? He started getting slid all over the ring. So you don't want that to happen to you. So as a smart man, he needs to have big fights and cash out.
Things get even more intense when a father and son debate Teofimo Lopez's chances against Shakur Stevenson. Floyd Schofield Sr. believes Teofimo poses the toughest challenge of Shakur's career, and that he has what it takes to win. His son, Floyd Jr., disagrees, arguing that Teofimo no longer has the edge to beat Shakur. Jr. points out that Shakur is an elite-level fighter who can bring the same sharpness he showed against top-level fighters, creating a steep challenge for Lopez. Their debate even touched on Shakur's interactions with Teofimo's father, with both sides noting it could get personal, and Teofimo might try to settle it in the ring.
For some reason, think so. Because I don't know, I just don't see Teo winning. I don't think Teo got it in him.
Knocking him out.
I don't think Teo got it in him. He don't got that. It's that Sandor Martin. Once you, as a fighter,
You gotta remember.
I'm gonna tell you from a fighter standpoint that as a fighter.
Well, let me say this before you say that though, and then you tell me.
All right, you tell me yours.
Look what they did to his dad. You think this ain't personal?
What did he do to his dad?
The Shakur people knocked his dad out. You don't
That was
think
Keyshawn.
still the same clique? You don't think this is personal?
He acting like it's not personal.
He acting like
But
it,
look
you
though,
don't think
but
it
look,
is.
I'm gonna tell you from a fighter.
Shakur got up there laughing, putting up video. I got video about your dad getting knocked out, all this other stuff.
That's wild.
You
It
think
should
ain't
be personal. It should be personal.
Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson's camp is running at full throttle, and with Terrence Crawford leading the charge, the intensity has reached another level. Workouts are sharper, faster, and every move is dialed in with precision. In a recent video, Crawford didn't hold back. He issued a scorching warning to Teofimo Lopez, making it clear that, in his eyes, Lopez doesn't stand a chance on fight night. Crawford even put his confidence on the line, backing Stevenson with a $10,000 bet to show just how decisive he expects the victory to be.
Let's bet 10K on it.
Bet.
Great.
Bet.
Will, who you think's gonna win?
Who is this?
Teo and Shakur. They're fighting next month at Barclays. I'm be there. You'll be there?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I get to see your live reaction when I take your money.
Little bro walking away with that. You gonna see.
Nah, Shakur is not to be with, but Teo's good.
Teo's good for what he do, but he's getting washed.
Nah, come on.
He's getting washed.
Brimming with confidence, Kenny Ellis sees the fight swinging heavily in Shakur Stevenson's favor. He believes this matchup plays perfectly to Stevenson's strengths, highlighting that Shakur has already gone up against opponents on a level similar to Teofimo Lopez. Ellis even predicts a possible fourth-round finish, where Stevenson could deal enough damage to force a corner stoppage. Pointing to Stevenson's dominant showing against William Zepeda, he emphasizes that Lopez has rarely faced that kind of relentless pressure, a factor that could make Stevenson's path to victory even more decisive.
Well, he proved in his last fight with Zepeda that, you know, he can gamble. And Zepeda is a pressure fighter. With Teo, he gonna get more time to set shots up because Teo is not a pressure fighter. You know, he in and out, you know, so he won't give Shakur a bit of a break this do what he want to do, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I got Shakur dominating the fight.
The stage is set, the stakes are sky high, and Shakur Stevenson is ready to expose every flaw in Teofimo Lopez's game. Will Stevenson prove why he's one of the most dangerous fighters of his generation? Or can Lopez rise to the challenge? Don't miss a second. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay tuned as we break down every explosive moment of this showdown. Who do you think will walk out on top? Comment below and let us know.